Alright guys, well looks like we finally got our lighting from RoyalT Custom Lighting. So we'll just do a quick unboxing and see what we got from them, and then we'll go right into the install. I had ordered a set of low beam LEDs, and I went with the HID high beams. So it looks like for the LEDs, pretty straightforward, nice looking lights. Basically just going to plug and play again, so very easy. We're going to remove the old bulb, we'll put these in, plug them in, so that won't be too difficult. Looks like they have a phasing screw on here, so we can turn this and get just the right amount of light through the lens that we want to use. So those actually look really nice. Next up we got HID stuff. So yeah, we have a ballast here. Some good looking stuff. Nice sealed ballast. And you got, once again, no splicing, so we'll plug right into the regular 12 volt. And then the high voltage output for the lamps. So I'm guessing these are going to be the lamps. Nice, very nice. So we've got the Xenon Supervision HIDs. And then looks like the way they pack them comes nice with a grommet, so you can go into somewhere sealed and put your ballast in. So once again, we've got the 12 volt connection from stock. Looks like it passes through the wall. You can pick up the ballast and then come back through like this into your headlamp. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the inside lamps are the high beam, so that works out perfect. We can actually probably mount these under the hood and then drill a couple holes through the housing and run the wires right through, so everything's sealed up nice and clean. Should be a pretty straightforward install. So with that being said, let's go outside. Alright, so up underneath here, and I apologize because it's not very friendly on room, you've got your outside one, which are your low beams, your inside light, which is your high beams. Just some simple connectors on both of them. You know, the little pins on each side, separate them, pull them out. So step one, you know, these twist counterclockwise, the bulb comes right out. Same thing with the high beam once you get it unhooked. Twist counterclockwise, it'll pop out. Nothing to it. Set them aside just in case you need them. Alright, so what I found is back underneath the hood here in the housing, we've got a couple good spots, like where I marked the X there, or the T, whatever you want to call it, where we can drill through and get access to the back side of the headlights, and then still store the ballasts underneath the hood where they're safe. So that's excellent. I'm not sure if RoyalT planned it that way, but for the Defender it looks like it's going to be a good setup, so we can keep it nice and clean and out of the elements. So I did a mic measurement of the grommet, and it was like 904. So I think we're safe with maybe a 7/8 drill bit at 875. Should be enough to keep the seal in there and keep everything nice and tight. So we'll drill it here in a second. Alright, so as you can see, a little hole right there. I drilled a little pilot hole to get it started. Same thing on the other side. And it's great clearance. I've double checked them from underneath. And the wires should come out exactly where we need them to. Oh, there you go. You can see a little hole right there. So now we're going to open it up to 7/8 so we can get the grommet through. Alright, so I know a lot of you probably don't have a 7/8 drill. You know, you could possibly mount the ballast up underneath, but then you might get rocks blowing in and hitting the ballast, and I don't know if that's the best idea. So you could probably just go down to your hardware store, pick up a really super cheap 7/8 drill, and finish off your hole, because I think this is the best, cleanest, safest way to set these up. So I'm just going to go ahead and punch through where our pilots were. That went very easily. Now we're going to try to do, well, you know, this side, honestly, with the master cylinder, you know, brake here, you might be better once you get the pilot in to do it from the back side. I'm going to see if I can get up in there to do that, because it's probably a better bet. Probably not. So we're going to have to this one we're probably going to have to progressively open because of the angle that we've got here. That's what we'll do on this side. We're able to jump right to the 7/8 over here, but on this side, let's start off with a small pilot. Let's go to a 1/2-inch drill. See if we can get that going, and then we'll bump it up in whatever increments that we can. All right. So there's the 1/2-inch. Let's go right up to the 7/8 now. I think we can get her. Excellent. Alright, so we were able to get our 7/8 hole in on the driver's side, and our 7/8 hole over on the passenger side. So now we'll go get our ballasts and our lights and see if we can get them installed. Alright, so with this, I think I decided the easiest way, go ahead and keep your protective cover on until the last minute. We're going to run these wires up in from the bottom side and pull our grommet through till it's sealed. Let's back up. Apparently the 875 isn't quite big enough. We're going to go up to 15/16. Alright, so this one we had to go up to 15/16 on. The 7/8 just wasn't enough to get the connector through, which we should still be fine because the grommet was, I think, 907 or 915. Not the easiest to get them up through there. Alright, so got the wires up in all the way to the ground. Some video. Alright, so now we've got the grommet in. Nice, great connection. Nice and clean. And factory looking. So we'll come around down here to the back side. And remember, the inside bulb, or the inside lens, is the HID, so we'll see if this is gave us enough room to get it in the receptacle and then back up to the ballast. So same thing as before. The way we're mounting these, the grommet doesn't seal, but I think that's going to be okay because at least this is way up inside here. So we're going to run the connectors that go actually to the light from the ballast through the holes, and we'll just let this rest here. We'll plug the lamp in after it's in the socket because we want to keep it as clean as possible. That's the first thing you want to do is it's done. You don't have to worry about dinging it and messing it up. So now that the ballast lines are through, I'm going to go ahead and connect it from the back side. It's really just, you know, A and B. No big deal. You can't mess this one up because there's only one way you can do it. And at the same time, while you're down here, you can go ahead and hook up the input of the HID system right into what the bulb used to plug into, so the high beam light. And we'll come up here and we'll connect the splice that they gave us to the ballast. I'm guessing we can just tuck that in there. We'll swing that down and we will throw a couple screws in it. So all in all, together, I mean, they tuck down nice and good in both these corners. So I think we're going to be just fine. Alright, so now we can go ahead and give it a try. Does not work. Just great. Does it even work? Wow, that's a really loose fit there. I guess at least the LEDs work. Alright guys, well, very important thing here. When you're installing these, you you got the driver's side, and when you're looking at the two pins, and I'll post the picture that I took and sent to Thomas. When you're looking at it, there looks like there's a detent pin in there that you could only plug it in one way. And on the driver's side, that is the way it actually plugs in. But when you go over the passenger side and try to follow that same thing, it won't fire the ballast. So looking at it, you wouldn't think you could actually connect it the opposite way, but pull it apart, flip it over, plug it in the way you wouldn't think so, and you're talking the factory connection to the connection that goes up to the ballast. Flip that, and as you can see, she fired right up. So I see the need for a video now, so that was my fault, and I'm glad that Thomas cleared that up very easily for us, and here we are. I think we got some happy lights. So now we got the wiring issue squared away, and we understand this now. What we want to do is, we have two LED emitters coming from each side. We want that shooting into that lens left and right, not up and down or anything else. So what you want to do is find out exactly how the bulb is going to stay and seat into the housing. Once you have it turned, I see I've got to swap this about 45 degrees to get it to where it's perfectly left and right. I'll bring this back out, and there's a small Allen wrench here, just when they provide this for you, which is nice. So you can just take this and turn the LED to exactly where you want it. Retighten the Allen set screw. That's better. Now, well that we set that, we're exactly perfectly left and right. So we should get the maximum effect out of that. And what we're going to do, we're just going to repeat the same thing on the other side, so I'll save you guys that. Alright, so let me wrap everything up, just a standard 1/4 inch drive, I think this is. And just use the provided self-tapping screws. Go ahead and put them in the 3 spots. And you're good to go.